For Tuesday, presented by Progressive. The crowd is going to be loud tonight at the O-Dome for the rematch between number 16 Alabama and the Florida Gators, who 2 weeks ago took Alabama to
has been terrific on their home floor. These two teams went to overtime in Tuscaloosa just a couple of weeks ago.
There was 85 all at the end of regulation. Estrada was the one who was able to force overtime in that one with an offensive putback. Florida's coming off of a road loss to South Carolina, 82-76 on Saturday afternoon. South Carolina, one of a handful of teams still aiming for that regular season title. A contested two-point jumpers off and rebound by Aaron Estrada's loss at home to Tennessee. Florida starters have been regulars all season. It's been a consistent lineup, and one of the better players off the bench has been Riley Kugel, who had a good game this weekend against South Carolina. Todd Golden is looking for more production from him. Micah Handlon down the lane, and he's fouled. By the way, maybe
this is the free throw line, Tom, because of the offensive rebounding team in the nation right now, grabbing 39% of their misses.
Here's Estrada with a half step. That was a concern for Todd Golden. Estrada getting downhill. Nelson, no. Estrada keeps it alive. Good feed inside and a bucket in the paint for Jaron Steve.
Selfless guys that truly care about the good for others, and those two dudes can hoop as well.
Nice reverse by Nelson, part of the senior night festivities here in game. Numbers for the Gators. Good transition D.
Really good hot hands, right, by Tyrese Samuel at 6'10", like a guard.
Clayton with a jump stop is able to draw the whistle on Jaron Stevens.
Not only in this game, but going forward.
Including 2 in overtime. Clayton knocks the second one down. In caliber program. Alabama couldn't finish the alley-oop. Here's Clayton on the drive, and another whistle.
% clip from that three-point line. Bonus for Alabama getting this kid back.
Clayton contested 3, and it's rebounded by Estrada. Bama looking for the lead early. Nelson will put it on the deck. He's got great length, but he can't finish at the rim. Bama just 2 for 5 with turnovers. Samuel!
Wow! Tom, what a pass! I mean,
Poland penetrates, looking for a touch shot, and it's rebounded by Nelson. Now Walters with the spin, hesitating, and finally gets it to go after.
Great memories.
Yeah. Well, people didn't know you came out early.
Boy, Alabama, they throw that ghost screen at you almost every possession. They sprint at that ball, and if you don't cover it up, they get clean looks.
Great feed by Sears, and a hard foul.
Not finish off Tennessee, and now you and I head to Columbia, South Carolina.
4 straight against top 20 opponents. First time ever. And out. 2 misses at the free throw line. Florida clinging to a 1-point lead. Highest point total, second highest of the season in college basketball, but haven't lived up to it just yet before.
Gun.
Is that verbatim quote?
Pretty much.
Okay. He's got 2, and he's still on the floor,
Nice
and he gets
move.
beat by the spin from Mohamed Diabate.
Green over the last month, and his versatility going forward. You can see why they're showing him that film as a small ball playmaker. Wow.
Great feed and a big-time finish from Condon.
Florida front line is young, but they are strong and they are tough and they are skilled, and there's a bunch of them. They run 4 different guys at you. They are all very good screeners and rugged around the rim.
Houck has his hands full with Estrada, but then Clayton nearly bailed him out. Reitzel kicks it to the corner and gets it back. Shot clock at 9. Bowling ball move from Latrell Reitzel for his first.
He's more than a three-point specialist, which he is. He had 10 rebounds about 3 weeks ago. He can drive it through contact. Man, where is Alabama's defense early in this game? Just no resistance.
Allowing 92 points per game over their 9 losses. It's been an issue for Nate Oates all season. Estrada over Houck. I'm a little surprised.
And the reason is, when he plays to his left, he's an All-American. When he plays to his right, he's off conference, but that's the difference in his game. What a nice pressure release. Some point guards offensively will just kind of clip you with their shoulder as a screener. This guy, man, full body screens. Talking about Sears, good pass.
Well, Richard drains the 3.
9% from the three-point line in conference play. And if he gets that 34-35%, that's a big deal going forward.
Estrada with a kiss off the window. He's got 4.
Ball was delivered right in rhythm.
Richard trying to shoot his way out of a slump. Was only 1 for 11 from 3 coming in over the last couple. Good spin move from Estrada. Then the pump fake. He finds Pringle. And he gets it to drop in a 3-point chance for Nick Pringle. No fouls here early. That was the second on Handlarson. Pringle with a 325
3-point attempts or lower. Not easy to do. They average close to 30.
Pringle fighting for the rebound. Got fouled by Condon. This is the front end, but Nelson is there for the rebound into Pringle's hands. Estrada on the bench for a moment. And here's Nelson going downhill. Good length in the finger roll for Grant Nelson at 6. Denzel Aberdeen on the floor for Florida. Shot clock at 8. Some hand fighting on the post. Aberdeen forced the hoist, and he trailed it. It's only his 6th 3 of the season. Here's Nelson from behind the line and puts up an air ball. But a save by Bama. Nelson another chance at it, and he draws the foul.
You're at 39% if you're Florida.
You're from Devils Lake, North Dakota. Started efficient. They haven't turned it over since the 14-minute mark. Florida has pulled even with them in the turnover category. Nothing there from 3. Offensive rebound, and Condon found himself open.
That is where the offensive glass.
Estrada finds Pringle down the lane. He's denied.
Trying to attack that open gap, though, in that Florida defense. Just couldn't finish.
Gators a great shot blocking team, more than 5 a game. And trying to muscle inside, and Samuel gets it to roll home. Gators.
Job by Samuel to get his feet underneath his shoulders and not rush it so he could power through the contact.
And here we go. Now great offenses. Clayton working on Nelson. And before the dump off, he gets fouled on the drive.
First, before he leaves the ground. He was actually recruited by Florida as a wide receiver. A lot of SEC offers as a wide receiver. His love was basketball. And now he finds his way back to this Florida campus as a hooper.
Said he bet on himself when he gave up football to focus on basketball.
Yeah.
Richard in the right spot, in the run out. Mixing up his guys on the floor, trying to find an answer. Beautiful spin move and a power finish by Tyrese Samuel.
He just absolutely whipped Nelson in the speed category.
6-0 Gators run their largest lead of the game, and a hand check out top will be the second personal on Samuel. That'll be something to track in a second.
And it's the number of 3-point attempts that you have to be concerned with. Alabama get number with their defensive game plan.
Well, one concern, you see that you got
Nate Oates was up till 4 a.m. Sunday morning after a late loss to Tennessee on that game. Sleep, and you got to remember he's got family responsibilities Sunday morning. They dive right back into preparation for Florida. It is such a grind and very difficult to get yourself ready to go against, much less your guys.
Crosby found the loose ball and put it in, and then a bump. 9th in the league at free throw percentage. And what a wild ride it's been. And Layton's got 8 points in this one, all 8 coming from the free throw line. Had to fight through that screen and get around Crosby. And the back cut is there, and a jam. Florida with a 9-point lead. The first field goal from Walter Clayton Jr. Bama looking for something. They get it from Estrada. Pushing the other direction.
To my point about how quickly Florida puts the ball on the defense, they just go right to work.
And a pull-up from mid-range for Will Rich. Rebounded by Florida, stripped away by Sears. Under 2 to play in the half. Walters on the run. Got his own miss. No whistle. It is physical inside. Push up front. Richard with the jam. Estrada finds Griffin in the corner, and that's the first 3 of the game for Bama.
Better pass than what Pullen fired in transition. a very small window, and everyone's sprinting the floor.
Clayton fires again. Whoa! He is red hot now. Sears splits the defenders and gets all the way to the rack for his first field goal of the game.
Pulling is pulling.
After a slow start, Florida's really turned it up. Sears reverses it in.
Alabama turning it into a one-on-one. Remember, Florida, one of the best offensive rebound teams in the country. Get it up quick enough to allow yourself to clean up the miss. Got to go now.
Here's Pullen. Lost it, got it back, taken away by Walters, and that's how the half will end.
And win this game. It's all about toughness over this last 20 minutes for the Crimson Tide.
Well, working in their favor tonight is the fact that Florida 4 times in conference games has allowed 50 points or more in the second half. And against Missouri, with allowed 46.
Barometer, Tom, when you're playing Alabama, are you ready or not?
Offering the screen for Sears. Little bounce to him, and the extra pass is turned over. Gators the other way, and Richard rolls it home.
That was a very difficult finish by.
7 steals in this game for the Florida defense, and a bounce inside to Nelson, who draws the whistle. Feltry coming out of the Summit League. Calmly sinking. Only been held to fewer than 25 9 times this season. That was a goal for Todd Golden. No shot, fade away, pulling off 1 foot's got a half dozen.
And you can't play through contact, you can't score. Really well done by Pullen.
Sears sneaks it in. He's got 6.
In their initial push, a real concern for Florida right now in this game. I know they got the lead, but can you stay in front of Estrada and Sears going forward?
I'm curious if that one-on-one game can eventually open up some of those threes that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's
Alabama thrives off of how quickly can they get a paint touch.
no touch yet on this possession. Here's Estrada. Linley throws it up and sneaks it in.
Yeah, but did for Florida defensively.
Estrada's great. He finishes 65. Waiting to check in for Bama. One more coming for Poland. Marty?
Properly, this is a sold-out game, and there's so much at stake in terms of this night because it's really the last one for a lot of us.
Yeah.
He was honored, got his framed jersey before the game today on senior night. One of 6 active players in college basketball. Whoa, Sears is getting going now. Here's Samuel. And a strong move for the transfer from Seton Hall.
Yeah, it just goes right
for 3. Here's Condon. Got Sears on him. There's the mismatch. Samuel stepped through. His elbow
really
caught
good.
him off the jaw. Pringle goes down. Samuel was fast.
Monitor, look at this play right here. The bringing the ball through movement by Samuel. You got to check because there's contact above the shoulder area. But that is a legal basketball move. And here's what they're checking for.
Bama won it 2 weeks ago. Shot clock is late again. Walters turn in the corner. Working on Samuel. Got the block. Shot clock at 5. That one hit the rim. Nelson with the follow.
Defensive job by Florida so far. They just need to defend without fouling.
Sears able to get to the rim. He is the prototypical Nate Oates player. 50% of his 3. That leaves only a handful that he ends up taking in what Bama refers to as no man's land between the rim and the 3.
If you can back off Samuels like that, use him as a screener. And Clayton rejects the screen, absolutely.
Here's Condon left wide open. Got it.
Can he spin it for a big kid, Condon? It can wear you down a little bit. It can also prepare you for a national championship or a Final Four run. And I think that's what the SEC coaches are banking on because the different styles that they face in this league.
Rebounded by Bama. Four to push ahead. Here's Clayton. Got the whistle and got the roll.
Why would he grab the rim? Shaq was a monster in that game.
He looked at him and said, wham! We have to play so hard and we have to get tougher, tougher, tougher.
15 of Florida's 65.
But he's right there with Tristan Newkid from Houston, Braden Smith at Purdue.
Sears knocks them both down. It's a 15-point game. His free throws snap a 7-0 Florida run. Clayton too strong. And a takeaway for Aberdeen. Looking for Condon. Now it's Houck. Got that paint touch.
Wow.
Lil Massey from Alex Condon. And a three-point try. By a Florida freshman since somebody named Horford against Alabama back in 2000. Lead. Did not have this on my bingo card. Nate Oates screaming instructions at his team. Sears down the paint and one.
Now Mark Sears doing all he can to keep out going to his right. Just sometimes guys.
All Alabama can lean on this half. Stevenson off the mark. Florida's outscored Bama 26-18 out of the locker room, and Riley Kugel will be going to the free throw line.
He said, I lead by example. I set the tone that everybody.
That film session about what are we doing defensively on a scout. Those kind of guys, they fix the problem before the coach has to fix the problem. That's been another area of growth for Mark Sears this year.
Sears for three from the top of the key. He's one of four of the top five scorers in the SEC. Started their college careers at lower level schools, including Sears. Poland drills it.
What a really good find by Riley Kugel.
Off the hook.
That is an aggressive mindset, Marty. And Jimmy, it's been
of minutes the last 2 or 3 weeks. And Todd Golden is right.
And he's trying to put together a monster win. Florida's last 20-point win against a top 25 opponent came in January of 21 against number 6 Tennessee. Estrada, great effort.
Special colors you can have for a college basketball according to the Pantone matching system. You can have orange 151, red orange 173, or brown 1535. Why is that?
Well, first of all, this is obviously orange Pantone 151. That's what we're playing with tonight.
Can
what
we
do you say?
not get a standard size ball and a standard color?
Oh, Jimmy, then you're going to have everybody use the same equipment manufacturer types and all that stuff.
First of all, I think the word is Pantone.
What did I say?
Pantone. I think that's a city in
French
Chile
version.
somewhere. And also, to Tom's point, as Will Richard has another run out.
3-on-2 for Richard, and he gets fouled by Nelson. And the team lost in the national finals. Billy Donovan, 11 points a game. He's got 18 now.
On the Billy Donovan days, and we're at Billy Donovan court. And the last repeat national champion came right out of Gainesville. And I will not be shocked at all if UConn doesn't win it again this year. How complex their offense. One of my top 5 players in college basketball this year on the best team. I would take the top.
Can't finish. They said it was a foul on Nelson a few moments ago. It's obviously changed. He's still in the game. And Sears, and it's UFC 299 in my
deserving to one of my top 5 guys in college ball this year.
Samuel goes right by Nelson. And Samuel to the free throw line. Started. He is a hammer. Bama just 2 for 18 from 3 in this one. Estrada. Again, the sleight of hand is sneaking past. The lob to Samuel. Wow. Estrada says, I didn't touch him. He's made everything pay off, averaging nearly 18 and 7.
Biggest area that he has to improve on. Only 53% as a free throw shooter. You want him on the floor to close out games. And man, he's a liability right now in close games because of it.
Sears guides it in from the corner. Sears transition three. And he buries that one.
He's hard to put away. It's down.
Sears has scored the last 6 in this game. Mullen
in the first 10 seconds. Cornell and
on the rental car as he's trying to squeeze through.
That's what
Marty.
happened.
Might be making a trip to Mako. we had a little bit of a run-in with that huge black gate when it was supposed to open. Other vehicles. Praise Dale, boys.
I mean, what do you not like about them? They've tightened up their defense as the year's gone on. They got fantastic guard play. Their bigs are big, strong, tough, good. They control the glass. They got shooters like Will Richard. I mean, Florida is the real deal. They're so close to being a 24-win team. They've lost 4 one-possession games, and they are going to be a problem in Nashville and beyond.
Ryland Griffin. That previous play, and
The floor was helped off, but Nate Oates saw it differently. Gets teed up.
Jimmy, I think the words you just used there, whether it applies 100% to that last play, is something that fans wrestle with, and that is advantage. That was a 4th on Diabate. Pringle also has 4. Marshall, and before he was a member of the Thunder and Herd Pro, Clayton Jr., and he'll peel out. Clayton and Will Richard both with 20-point games for the Gators. A turnover leads to an Alabama run out. Diabate, no. Pringle, yeah.
Tom, what I appreciate about Walter Clayton's game tonight, he's been to the free throw line 12 times. He has drawn 7 fouls as the Florida guard.
And one of 6 active players in college basketball.
What about Clayton? But this Pullen kid, very underrated, about to put 100 on Alabama.
Jimmy, I think you just hit on something that's a huge advantage for coaches these days when it comes to recruiting. Instead of guessing how a high school player's game may translate.
Point guard, and Zion good at that lead guard, but
Gators about to hang 100 on Alabama, and that continues a disappointing trend. In their 9 losses, the opposition is averaging 92 points a game. That number is going to rise.
Tom, think about that SEC tournament next week. Down on a potential 1 seed. I think they should their season with 4 straight games against teams ranked inside the top 25. They'll be playing for a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Kentucky, Auburn, Alabama, for all of them have a chance to improve their seed mark.
Gets going Wednesday night with a doubleheader on SEC Network. Florida with a chance to play their way into a top 4 seed in a double bye, and we got a foul inside of Pringle.
For that Saturday night emotional loss, game day.
Building, be aggressive. And they're going to this calendar year.
And Nate Oates will talk about it again. He's been very transparent with all of us and his team. Defensively right now, they weekend. Offensively, no question. They can score with anybody in the college game, but they have got to get a ruggedness and an edge about them. They showed it at times against Tennessee, not for full 40, but a great job of boxing off. They keep the game on Saturday when Florida was there. It will go to an entire another level tomorrow night. That will be must-watch TV for all of college basketball. Think about this. The team picked dead last. Dead last is playing the team picked first for the SEC regular season title tomorrow night. How uncommon is that?
And South Carolina picked dead last because they were dead last season, trying to go worst to first. His guys in a big way.
Man, that's not going to beat a good team. Alabama, again, they've only taken 21 three-point shots in this game. Coaches know. We asked Todd Golden, what
percent of the season. Making 11 and a half threes per game. 35 or more was 2017 against Auburn. And another foul.
And Alabama has done
it. In perhaps before this is done. For Todd Golden squad. Richard for 3. Estrada banks it in.
the depth of Florida. It's real depth. And Todd Golden doesn't put a bad player or a non-offensive player.
Crowd wants Anderson to shoot. His teammates are telling him the same thing. His coach, on the other hand, says we will take this one to the house, and boy, did they deliver. 105-87. Florida still in play for a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament.